welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case it's your very first time, you're most welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, annetmarynabukenya, and you're most welcome to this amazing family. From my last video, I promised to share with you a number of habits that are going to save you money. Okay, do you believe that your habits generally can cost you money? For me, I look at this thing as my habits should be able to save me a coin. Okay, now these are habits that definitely you do at home, where you go, and if you keep doing them, you're going to spend more. But now the very first one is time management. Do you know that poor time management can cost you money? How? Just imagine you are planning to go somewhere at a certain time, but you choose to do things as if you do not have that appointment coming in. So by the time, let me say, you're 30 minutes close to the time of getting to where you're supposed to be, you choose to rush and go. And trust me, if you had earlier planned to take a taxi that probably would have cost you like 3,000, you're going to end up taking a border or an Uber that is going to cost you around 10,000, let me say, Uganda shillings. I'm talking about Uganda shillings right now, okay? So you're definitely going to spend more. Now, if you're able to manage your time properly, that is going to save you a lot of money. Another thing that you may not notice that's infringing on your money is, how do you manage your power at home? Are you the kind of person who leaves the lights on in the house, in the toilet, in the kitchen, in the sitting room? I mean, you're not there, but the lights are on. That is eating on your power usage. And you know, by all means, if you leave the power running like that, it's getting finished, and before you know it, you're going to need more money to purchase more power. Okay, so now when you're home, ensure that at least if it's daytime, you don't need lights. I mean, remember, we are building a culture that if you begin now, it's going to stay for ages. Remember, building a habit just takes 30 days. Just imagine if you did it for 30 days, you'll be able to keep up with it, and it's a good practice. If you're in the house, it's daytime, you don't need the lights. And if you're not in the washroom and it's nighttime, you don't need the lights there. Just switch them off. In the kitchen, just switch them off. That is going to save you money on power. Another thing is that when you're washing utensils, many times you find people don't give it attention, or they're just careless. When they're washing utensils, they leave the tap running, and that is infringing on your money for water. Definitely your water bill is going to be higher. So you also need to check on that. Even if it's children washing, train them that when they're washing utensils, they don't have to keep the tap running. Okay, so that's also something you need to check on. Another thing that I actually notice is, when I'm going to work, I like to pack food, sometimes for breakfast. And trust me, if you're working in a place that is high end, you'll find that most restaurants are expensive. For example, here in Uganda, you find that if you're working in a place that has many hotels, the meal that you get least expensive might be 25,000 Uganda shillings. Just imagine you wake up in the morning, or even the night before, you prepared something for yourself for dinner and breakfast, and in the morning you just woke up, packed your food, and went to work. Instead of you spending the 25,000 Uganda shillings on breakfast, you already have something for you. And I mean, there's nothing better than that. I mean, it's convenient, but now that applies for a person who likes to prepare something for themselves. Okay, now also that brings me to the point that you also need to stand up for yourself. You need to leave that feeling lazy, that I can't do much. I mean, I'll just buy something. Okay, so you also have to put in the work and see that you prepare for yourself something good. And the beauty with that is that many times when you prepare for yourself something, you definitely want to prepare something good for yourself, which most times you may not be able to find outside there. Outside there, people prepare their things the way they want, or how the apostles have told them to prepare. But when you do it yourself, there is a certain way you want things to come out. So that would also be a good thing for you. You're eating something you have made yourself with love. Okay. Another one. Well, this is also close to what I've just said, but now this one is basically cooking meals at home. Yeah. If you stay in Kampala, you know that the cost of food is actually high. Good food at that, because I know that you can find cheap food, but it's not food you can eat every day. That's food that you can eat, let me say, once in a week or once even in a month, because you do not know. I mean, it's street food. If you're to buy food, let me say, of like 3,000 Uganda shillings, that's street food, and you do not know what all they use to cook that food. I've had someone tell me that sometimes they use transformer oil to fry stuff, you get. So you need to be careful where you buy your food and also what food you buy. So you cooking food for yourself is going to save you a lot money, but also the other food poisoning that you may find. Cook for yourself food, and if you have a fridge, a deep freezer, that would be a good one, because after cooking you just have to pack your food in dishes and you freeze it. Every time you want to eat, you just have to warm it. Okay. Learn to carry your own water, and boiled water at that. You see, every time you carry a bottle in your bag, you find that many times walk with big bags or even backpacks, but they don't have a bottle in there. So everywhere they go, they have to buy water. And let me tell you, depending on the place that you are at, that water might be expensive. I mean, for me, the times when I like to go and, let me say, sit in a new place like a restaurant, I mean, just for adventure. And trust me, that water might be 5,000 Uganda shillings. Anyway, most times they don't even allow drinks in those areas, but that should be like a one-off. So every time you're traveling or somewhere, learn to walk with a bottle of water. Yeah, so that it also saves you some small money. I mean, it's small, but it makes a difference. Now, this one works for people who drive. Many times you find that if you drive, you need to keep your time properly for you to be able to maneuver through, let me say, jam, most especially here in Kampala. Now, if you're a person who uses a car to go to work and even come back to work, you need to be careful. If you're to go to work, you need to make sure that you wake up early enough, because at that time the roads are going to be free and you do not have to use a lot of fuel when you're driving. Okay, so it also saves you time to get to work, but it also saves you money for fuel. Just imagine you set off from your place, let me say, at 9 a.m. and you get to your workplace at like 11. Those are 2 hours of sitting in jam. Okay, and that's fuel that you are burning. So if you wake up early, that would be a good thing for you to save money on fuel, but also beat time for work. And also in the evening, if you know that maybe your work ends at 4 p.m., you know that at that time, by all means, the jam is too much, and you setting off to go home, definitely you're going to just be burning fuel. So it's good that you're like, from 4 to maybe 7 or 8, I'm going to be apportioning this time for this, but as I wait for the jam to reduce. But let me tell you, by the time you set off from 8 p.m. to go wherever you're going, those roads are going to be free and you're going to be saving a lot on fuel. Now, train yourself to buy quality things. Yeah, you know that quality things are pricey, but they save you so much on keeping on to buy. I'll give an example of the ladies' shoes, most especially the pumps. When you go downtown to buy shoes, you find that shoes are really, really cheap. 10,000, 15,000 Uganda shillings, you're able to purchase a shoe. But that shoe is not going to last even 2 months. Why? Because it's not good quality. So learn to invest money in good things. Let me say a good bag of like 70,000 Uganda shillings. But you know you're going to keep carrying that bag even for 2 years, and there will not be a change. If you're to buy that shoe, let me say pumps of 45,000 Uganda shillings, and you're going to wear those shoes for a whole day. You don't even have to buy others. If you're to buy others, you're just adding on your collection, you get? Instead of keeping on to buy and buy and buy and buy, that also costs you a lot of money. So buy quality stuff. Last but not least, think about buying from the low end or downtown. Many times we like to make our work convenient. I mean, you want to buy from the closest place ever, and then you go to the supermarket. Sometimes, remember, prices in the supermarket are not negotiable, so you're meant to pay what you see, okay? But let me tell you something. Sometimes when you go downtown, very many things that you would have gotten at, let me say, even 50% more price from a supermarket, you will get at lesser price downtown. One, because definitely downtown people are doing wholesale, but also you have your bargaining power. Yeah, so not all the time, but sometimes choose to buy from downtown. I personally, when I'm doing grocery shopping, I like to go downtown because I know I am going to speak one-on-one with this person selling to me stuff. Yeah. And also, those people usually have good customer care. They like to explain exactly what you are taking, different from a supermarket. No one has so much time for. Lastly, embrace the 24-hour rule. I know you're going to ask me what's that. Many times we're attracted by something at first sight. You see something beautiful and you're like, oh my god, I want that, and I'm getting it, and I'm getting it. How about you think about um, taking some more hours before you actually purchase it, and see if you really wanted that thing or even needed it. Yeah, just practice the 24-hour. If you see a very nice dress and you're like, oh my god, my life can do without this dress, just give it more 24 hours and see if you still want it. Yeah, that also will save you a lot of money, because by the time the 24 hours elapse, trust me, your mind will be on something different. That's how the mind of a human being is wired. Now, I know there's so many habits that you guys know, and definitely I would love to also hear from you. Just comment down below in the comment section some of those habits that you are doing that are saving you money, okay? I mean, we're here to educate each other, and I would definitely love to see that. And well, I don't know if you would love to talk to me today, but just in case you would love to still, my contact is in the description box, and you can also email me at my email address, still in the description box, okay? And I hope this video was insightful for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, be a part of this family by subscribing, okay? Now, don't forget to work hard, because no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. You need that money. You need to put in the work and look for it. Otherwise, see you guys in my next video. Bye. I love you so much.